What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be finishing up the work on the rocker panel on this 2014 Dodge Ram. We got everything welded up. Now we just need to ground down all the welds and start body filling. All right, guys, so safety is #1 priority. I put on this space suit. Now we're going to start grinding all this down. We're going to be using an 80 grit flap disc. So let's get to it. Got everything ground down on this truck, but I want to take this time to talk to you guys about a really cool wallet called a Ridge wallet. This thing has over 30,000 5-star reviews, and I've been using it for the past couple of days, and I absolutely love it. I used to own this fat wallet right here. It's always been giving me trouble, whether I'm sitting on a bucket grinding this truck down, or if I'm either driving the truck, I'm always pulling it out, putting it in the center console, and this thing is just so much sleeker than that one. If you want to get your Ridge wallet, head over to ridge.com/vtune. They have tons of options, tons of colors to choose from, and they have a lot of other cool stuff over there, so go ahead and check them out. So we got everything ground down. Now it's time to start on the bodywork process. We got everything ground down over here, everything ground down over here. Everything is looking really nice. Now we're gonna grab some plastic sheeting and cover the whole truck up so when we're sanding all the Bondo, it doesn't get inside the truck. Let's go ahead and throw it on there, get it taped up. So now that we have the whole truck taped up, we need to go ahead and start sanding around the areas. We're gonna be putting a little bit of body filler right here, but we also wanna sand this up so we don't get no body filler on paint because it'll end up just chipping off and cracking off, and that's not good. So let's go ahead and get this orbital sander right here and sand everything up. So we got everything sanded up on the rocker panel, and we went ahead and wax and grease removed it. Now it's time to just apply some body filler and just start sanding. So we got everything primed out over here. Everything looks really good. I'm actually not a big fan of doing body work, but I do it sometimes. But it turned out really good. I'm really happy with the results over here. Now we're gonna move on to the front suspension. A lot of you guys noticed that the drive shaft was missing, so we're gonna address that today. I'm guessing this truck was hit right here, and an insurance company or a third party replaced the spindle just so they can get it on the wheels so it's easier to move. So we got a new axle over here, was actually used. But let's go ahead and get this wheel off and get this axle and get this suspension back to OEM. So we got the wheel off. Now we need to remove this wheel bearing right here. It's just the 4 bolts in the back. So let's get this thing off and get that new axle on. So we got the wheel hub off. Now we can see inside. We actually went ahead and vacuumed out in there just so there's no debris or anything. Now we got the old axle right here. What's actually a new one? We need to wire wheel all this, get all this rust off of it so it can slide in there really nice. So we got the half shaft all cleaned up. Used the wire wheel just to get rid of all the rust. So it goes in there really nice. Now let's just put everything back together. So we got everything bolted back up in the front. We actually had to replace this brake line also and the bolt because it was broken. So we got the caliper on there and the rotor. Now we're gonna move on to the front. We need to replace this front intercooler right here because the mounts are busted off right there. And I'm pretty sure over here, or it's not busted over there, but it is also destroyed right here. So let's go ahead and get this thing off and get a new one on it. So we got the new intercooler on. Everything is lined up nicely. And check out this old intercooler. Look at the amount of corrosion that's on this thing. This truck actually came from up north. That's why there's a bunch of rust on it. But we'll probably be taking care of all that. But we got everything done up there. We got the front suspension all buttoned up. We're just missing one sensor, which we have on order. And that's probably gonna be a wrap for today's video. We got everything primed in. All we need to do now is get this thing painted in and it should be good to go. All right, guys, that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. We got a lot of work done on the truck. Everything is looking good. We also addressed some of the front suspension problems that we had, and we replaced the intercooler. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash the subscribe button, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram, and don't forget to get you an awesome Ridge wallet. Thanks for watching.